So this morning when I woke up, I went out for a walk and then I saw trees shedding leaves, right? There is all the leaves falling and there's like a lot of leaf on the ground, and then the skies were pretty gray. It is actually quite hazy here in Chiang Mai. The smoke season has officially begun. The air quality is at unhealthy levels now, and it seems like the environment is changing, macro environment is changing. Just yesterday, we saw Israel and US attacking Iran and Iran retaliating back, and there's possibility of it escalating into like a regional warfare, even a global warfare. So the environment is quite uncertain. It is quite, bad and chaotic. And sometimes we feel like we don't have it all together. But is it even possible to have it all together? Do you have to have it all together? If we kind of take reference from nature, you can actually see that nature is it doesn't have it all together. Nature is quite imperfect. The trees are not symmetrical, things are just not like perfect in nature, right? If you look at growth in nature, it is quite messy, right? Sometimes there is drought, other times there is, storms, and there's different seasons, and the trees have to adapt to the different seasons, right? Growth is messy. Sometimes they have to shed leaf before the new leaves come back on. But then for us, humans, we kind of expect ourselves to perform at peak levels all the time, right? Constantly being the best, being at tip top performance. Is that even natural? I don't think so, right? I think that's something that we want to ask ourselves, right? And then actually, as I was walking, I saw this phenomenon, right? There is like one tree that is barren, and there's another tree that's just flowering like crazy, right? Under the same skies. Some trees have survived and even thrived, while others, they are shedding leaf. They are still surviving, but they just look a little barren, right, at this point. But that is life. If we look at kind of the AI boom right now, you can see that some people in tech, they are actually thriving and they are performing very well, whereas some other people are very anxious that AI will take away their jobs, and some people are pivoting and learning new skills, right, to make sure we adapt to this new environment, right? In this current climate where there is war, we do see that gold prices has increased quite a lot, crypto has come down, and the stocks is, well, yet to be seen, but potentially there could be a decline, right? So even in the same environment, different uh, species, different people go through different seasons. But of course, we can't control the season we are in, right? Just like the smoke season. We can't control like the air quality, but we can actually control what we do about it, how we respond to it. We can adapt to it, right? So in this smoke season, of course, you can see that I'm already filming indoors. I'm going to stay indoor a lot more when I'm in Chiang Mai. Of course, when I go out, I'll wear a mask. But my plan is actually to head out very soon southwards to the to the beaches, so that I escape the bad air quality. And potentially I will also travel out of Thailand and just take the opportunity to enjoy different sights and sounds and different experience during this bad season here in Chiang Mai. So I think it is actually quite important to adapt to different seasons, right? So I actually googled, right, why the trees are shedding leaves at this point. Actually, they're preparing for the dry season, right? Because actually the leaves require quite a lot of water to thrive. So the trees are actively letting go of the leaves uh, shredding the leaves so they can survive. They're actually conserving energy. So it's part of adaptation. So I think it is quite smart. I think nature has its beautiful ways of working things out. And yeah, I think as long as we adapt, we will survive. So the trees are now shredding, letting go of the leaves to actually survive. Working is magic. But as human beings, I think we are quite reluctant to shed leaves, right? To let go. That's not something that we are wired to do. We constantly kind of overwork ourselves because shredding actually feels like losing momentum. It looks kind of bad. You don't really want to look like, you know, bad, right? You like suddenly you lose all the leaves and then you look like a bad tree. Deal is, well, we don't want, as humans we have ego. We don't want to look bad in front of our peers. The trees don't care, right? And also it feels like we're losing momentum, and it's kind of feels kind of passive. But you know, with that kind of mentality, we tend to overwork ourselves. We sometimes, you know, to the point of burnout, you know. But sometimes, you know, less is more. Um, so yeah, like I think that's something that potentially, you know, we can learn from nature. So at this point, of course, the mountains are still there. We just cannot see it very clearly during the smoke season. I think same as humans, you know, things could appear quite hazy and chaotic and, you know, uncertain with the different news that is like kind of coming at us, right? But actually, I believe we still have a lot of good foundation. The foundation is still there, right? So sometimes haze is just temporary. The smoke season is just a season. You don't have to have it all together. You just need to let the season pass sometimes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.